Hey everybody.
I'm Mo.
And I'm Katy, and this is
the Mo and Katy Show.
How is it August?
Well, we had July,
Oh.
and then September's
It's weird how that happens.
wedged right on the other side of that.
Every
so-
year. That's right.
Yes.
So we have had some fun things going on. August is a really busy month, actually. We are just on the heels of a barbershop event that we love that is back for the first time since 2019.
Oh my God, that's right.
Treble
Yeah.
Harmony Brigade. We had a blast, as always.
It's
so
quartet
much
speed
fun.
dating is what it is.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's cacophony, it's craziness, but people come literally from all over the world. I think there was a participant there from England,
yeah.
and women fly in from California, Nevada, like all over the place.
And that's actually where we met 5 years ago.
That's right. So it's
Yay.
kind of our friendiversary. So happy friendiversary,
I
Molly.
didn't get you anything.
It's
I
5
looked
years.
for a Hallmark card. They didn't have nothing.
5 years. That's longer than a Kardashian marriage. That's pretty good.
I don't know who they are. But I'll give you a hand.
But we thank you for tuning in and spending some time this summer with us. Also, kind of fun, we are doing some email stuff now.
Yes.
Some email distro. So we want you to get on our email list so we can send you
Correct.
some wonderful, informative, and hilarious emails.
Yeah.
So
It's good stuff.
Yeah, just trying to spread the word of the gratitude, humor, and positivity.
Absolutely.
So cool. So Treble Harmony Brigade, mild weather, all things going on in the world. Mo, tell us what else is going on in the world.
Cool. I want to tell you about a fisherman.
Okay.
Okay. He's 7 years old.
Oh.
He is, of course, in England because all good news comes from England. His birthday wish every year was that his arm would grow
Oh.
because he was born without one arm. So he's only born with one arm, but he loves to fish. He would go fishing with his dad. So his parents actually went to this conference. It was hosted by Open Bionics.
Okay.
And they learned about this, like it was a robotic arm. It's like a robotic arm, and they said you could even pick up a pin with,
Oh my gosh.
with the arm. But it was
That's better than I can do with my arm.
Yeah, so maybe you should get one. But it was $16,000. It's like 12,000 pounds or whatever, but $16,000.
Yeah.
So they started a crowdfunding GoFundMe
Nice.
type thing, or
Nice.
buy me an arm.
I used to GrowFundMe.
Nice. I wish I had. So they had the GoFundMe page, and James Anderson, who's a plumber in England, happened across this thing, and he was just intrigued by Alex's story. So he decided that he wanted to buy the arm for him.
Wow.
$16,000. But let me tell you about James first. So James is a British plumber. He became a plumber in 1998, but as he started doing all the visits that he was doing, he started noticing like the elderly, the vulnerable, just the people who, the handicap or whatever, they had substandard qualities of living. So in 2017, he started this company called DEFR, and it stands for Disability and Elderly Plumbing and Heating Emergency Repair.
Wow.
And so they cover the cost of labor and materials so that they can cover those people that don't have that. So anyway, this is the guy, the plumber, the most generous plumber in the UK.
Yeah.
Bought this arm for Alex. And Alex just got his arm on the 24th of July, and he went fishing with his dad and was able to hold the pole in both hands.
Awesome.
And they're saying now he can put toothpaste on his own toothbrush, and he's getting ready to learn how to tie his shoes.
That's amazing.
And Alex's mom says that every half hour he says, "Mom, can you believe I got an arm?" So I just
That's
thought it was cool.
amazing.
So Alex, congrats on your arm, and honestly, James, thank you. You are the kindest and most generous plumber.
That's
so
incredible.
That was really cool.
It'd be cool if they had attachments on the end, like that was already a fishing pole.
Yeah, and it's not automatically just reels in the fish.
tweezers
Yeah.
or like anything you might
Oh,
need.
that's the Swiss Army arm.
Swiss Army arm.
The Swiss arm. The arm.
You know,
Pun face.
I don't think it's
Listen,
gonna
if you're
work.
only listening, please go to Spotify and watch the video because you can see the pun face from Katy and you can see the eye rolls from me.
You know, it's just like
Here we go.
I can't think of the word that I want. You know, the things you used to play with when you were a kid, those Lincoln clogs.
Clogs.
It's a plumber.
Oh my God. Pipe down.
Plunger.
Plumber. Wasn't he the guy in Sound of Music? Yeah, Christopher Plummer.
Christopher the plumber.
Plumber.
Well, I have a story about kind human beings too. It's
What
a
kind
day
of
where we
human
talk
beings?
about kind human beings, but it doesn't start off as great. So this actually
We'll
takes
just skip
place.
to the kind part.
This takes place in Georgia. Okay, so
UK?
there is a young boy who decided that he wanted a PS5. He wanted a PlayStation 5. but he didn't want someone to just get it for him. He wanted to earn it.
Okay.
So he started going around in the neighborhood and asking people if he could do yard work. This young man's name is Coloran. Coloran is his name.
Cool.
And he was going around and trimming hedges and trying to do things for the neighbors. Well, unfortunately, one of the neighbors didn't take too fondly. He picked up the phone and called the police when the little boy showed up and asked if he could do some work.
Oh, good God.
So the officer's name is Coloran. So Officer Coloran showed up and he dispatched to the area. He said the young man was very polite. He was very truthful. He told him what he was trying to do, and he was trying to do, pull weeds, cut grass to try to earn a PlayStation 5.
Come over here, please.
Well, Officer Coloran was very impressed, and he decided that he at the police department would help the boy reach his goal.
Oh,
so he and the officers together raised the money and presented the young boy with a PlayStation 5.
Oh, that's so cool.
So they pulled up and opened the trunk of the police car, and there was the PlayStation 5.
That's awesome.
So because he just was so impressed by the little boy's initiative and what he wanted to do, that they made it happen.
Goal
for him.
setting. I'm all
Yes.
for that. That's
so
really cool.
thank you, Officer Coloran, and the rest of the police officers there in Hapeville, Georgia, for providing for this young man.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like that.
So kind people. There's lots of kind people.
Yeah.
We would love to hear what your interactions with kind people are. That would be cool.
Maybe you are the kind person.
That's
Tell us
right.
the interactions you have
Maybe
with
someone
others.
paid for your meal at a restaurant. Maybe somebody, I don't know, did something in your yard without
Unclogged
asking.
your pipes.
Don't make it weird. All right, so Mo, my quirky fact for today, it's just I wanted to tell you something that I enjoy doing. Are you okay with that if I tell you something that I enjoy doing?
I'm actually not comfortable with that.
You're not
Thank you for
comfortable with
asking
that?
for my consent.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway.
Figured.
Mo, I want to tell you, as part of my quirky fact today, that I like to hurkle-durkle.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's something I enjoy. It's something I do pretty much every day when I'm able. But I do like
Mabel?
I do like to hurkle-durkle.
What?
The look on your face. So I'm wondering, do you also like to hurkle-durkle?
I do, just not. I don't think I'm ready to admit it.
Well, I'm going to say since you're retired now and you have more time on your hands, that you probably do more hurkle-durkling than you used to.
Okay.
Would you say that's fair?
I would say the Caucasian side of me probably definitely does.
I think in the summer I tend to hurkle-durkle more than I do during the school year.
Well, it's probably because you're hydrated.
That's
Am I getting close?
Do you have any idea what it means to hurkle-durkle?
I do, but I would rather hear it coming from your...
So my quirky fact today is that the term hurkle-durkle, it's a 200-year-old Scottish term, and it means to lounge in bed long after it's time to get up.
Oh, yeah, I hurkle-durkle 24
Regularly.
hours a day.
I always say I don't mind waking up early, I just don't want to have to go anywhere. So
What is the etymology? I know you said it's Scottish.
it's Scottish.
But
It's 200 years old that you can hurkle-durkle.
How did...
You know what? If you're staying at a friend's house, you can hurkle-durkle together. You can
Oh.
hurkle each other's durkle.
That's the Scottish way of saying spooning.
I always like to have coffee when I hurkle-durkle. Very important.
I don't think you're doing it right. I hurkle-durkled this morning, now that I think about it. There was one day I hurkle-durkled all day long.
Do you think we'll get to hurkle-durkle tomorrow?
You know
I
what?
hope so. Friends, do you hurkle-durkle?
Tell us what you wear when you hurkle-durkle. We want to
That's
know
right.
your hurkle-durkle attire.
That's right.
Or your hurkle-durkle uniform, if you will. That would be a good team.
Yeah.
I
mean, some days there's not enough hurkle in my durkle. But
Did I do that?
what do you call it when a geek stays in bed too long? A
Hurkle-durkle.
hurkle.
Oh my lord.
And you know what? If you giggle when someone touches you, then in your hurkle-durk, you're hurkle-durkle-turkleish. Did you ever hurkle-durkle in Turkey? Did you do a Turkish hurkle-durkle?
Okay.
You know what's called the person that tells you to finally get out of bed? They're a hurkle-durkle-jerkle.
Actually, wasn't that the guy who's like, Dr. Hurkle and Mr. Hot?
And if you've had your
my
skin in the
God.
sun a lot, you might have some hurkle-durkle freckles.
No more. You are preposterous.
That's
She-
maybe
she's got-
the best thing you've ever called me.
She's got one.
preposterous.
I know she's got one more at least.
No, I
No.
might come up with something.
Of course you
later.
will.
Okay. If you do a lot, you're in track and field, you could have a hurkle-durkle hurdle. But you could fall, so be careful. All right, save us from this and tell us what today
Yeah,
is.
everybody
please.
practice safe hurkle-durkling.
Hurkle your own durkle.
Well, how do you think the Scottish became so... Okay. Today is particularly preposterous packing day. So have you ordered like a thumb drive?
Yes.
And it comes in,
Oh my
in
gosh.
like a massive box? That is packaging is particularly preposterous.
Now,
So-
I would imagine that those that care about our Earth probably get all up in arms about particularly preposterous packaging.
Correct. They do.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also been like you've ever had like the vacuum sealed, like, have you ever seen like a pair of scissors that are like vacuum sealed in there
Yeah.
and you need a pair of scissors to get in there? I'm like, I'm buying the pair of scissors and I need a pair of scissors to get, it's not.
I can't get my scissors out with scissors, which I don't have because I
Right.
just bought some.
Yeah. So anyway, it is the day to recall annoying moments experienced when dealing with excessive packaging or heat-sealed clamshell packaging that's sometimes hard to open, or just ridiculous packaging of packages. Stuff.
You know what works on the clamshell packages?
Oysters?
A can opener.
Oh.
A can opener. You take a can opener around the edge. You ever tried that?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, happy particularly preposterous packaging day.
I hate when I open something and then I turn it over to the other side and it's got the tab to pull and I'm like, oh, that's what I was supposed to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought we could talk about packaging, like
Okay.
care packages.
Oh, I like care packages.
I know.
Yes, care packages are fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Didn't you mail me something one time? You mailed me my emotional support alligator,
I
and
did.
it came in like a 9x13 envelope, and I'm like, oh,
I
what is
mailed
this?
him to Cape Cod.
Yeah, and it was like, no kidding, it was a plushie. It was like that big, but it came in an envelope that
So,
was.
so this is the story behind the alligators. We each have a plush alligator, and the reason is because when Mo did her TED Talk in September of 2019, I went with her as her emotional support human, and I had seen somewhere in the news that there was emotional support alligator or crocodile or something. So we were jokingly calling me the emotional support alligator. So I got her. She has a plushie, and I have a plushie that are both that, just to remind us of being each other's emotional support. And you've been my emotional support Sherpa too for some
Yep.
things. You have a gig coming up. I get to be your emotional
Yep.
support Sherpa this coming week. You got a gig. Sorry, I shouldn't have said this coming week.
Yeah,
It's
because
gonna
I.
make her all
Yes.
nervous. So when we were in college, and there was no email yet, I mean, care packages were like everything.
Yeah.
Back then.
I owe my nickname to my care package.
I love this. Will
Yeah.
you tell the story?
I
'Cause
will.
That's a good story.
Sit back. No, not you.
Just hurkle your durkle.
I'm gonna put my hands up so no one thinks I'm hurkle-durkling out of frame. No, so my nickname was, like, my brother-in-law called me Mishmo, and that's what my nieces call me, Mishmo, and some of my friends call me Mishmo. But I went away to prep school, and it was like old school prep school where we didn't have a mailbox, so we got all the mail in this big canvas sack. And this guy stood on top of a picnic table, and he would just read off the names, and we'd all just stand there and grab our package, like
Yeah.
75 of us. And my best friend at the time sent me a care package, and she wrote "Yo Mo" all over it. And he was up there on the picnic bench. Of course, everybody wants their mail, and so he's looking at it, he's like, "Who's Mo?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's me." And that's when it started, and I have tried a couple times. Not like I want to get rid of it, but
Yeah.
I've tried to go back to not my maiden name, my original name. That's on my birth certificate. But it always goes back to Mo. But that's
Which is
how it started.
hurkle-durkle.
Yeah, it hurkle-durkles all the way
Hurkle-durkle
around.
Barrett.
It's full hurkle-durkle. But yeah, so that care package is the whole reason that most people call me Mo.
So by the time you went to the Air Force Academy, you had fully embraced the Mo, or were you
Yeah.
trying to be Michelle then?
No.
No.
Yeah, and like about half of the 75 people that I went to prep school with, we were all classmates at the Air Force Academy, and so it just continued there.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
There was no turning back.
Here was my one thing. I remember one time I got a care package when I was in college I was in Panama. I got a care package from my mom and dad, and I'm opening it, and it was like crackers and just random clippings and stuff like that, and their remote control.
Oh no.
So I call my parents.
Where is it?
I call my parents. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Like, I'm watching TV. I'm like, do you want me to change anything for you? She's like, yeah. She goes, but they mailed me the remote control.
Whoopsie
I don't
daisy.
think that was on purpose.
And there it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's my one pet peeve about care packages, though, and this is particularly preposterous
As it
pet
should
peeve
be today.
for me, is when somebody sends a care package and doesn't put a note in there. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. It's
But
just
like
stuff.
Even so we sell some stuff on Etsy, some crafting supplies and things. And even when I mail off of crafting supplies, I take an index card and I say happy stamping or happy crafting. And
I feel
sign
like
my
weird
name.
if I don't. Yeah, it's funny.
But I had to tell my mom. I said, Mom, and I felt so ungrateful. But I'm like, I really appreciate the $100 bills you sent me, and the
solid gold bars and all the
I
things.
Said, but just put a note, just something.
I do that even when I send a check. Like if I have to send a check to someone, I feel weird not writing like, "Hey, thanks." Like
I know it's the
it in
weirdest thing, but like that's one of my pet peeves is. I just want to see, if I'm going to get a care package, I want to see a note.
Yeah,
it's
index
just
card, something.
Yeah, anything.
One of the best care packages I've ever gotten was from Mo. When I auditioned for The Voice in Baltimore, I think it arrived the day before. It was a lei made out of all of these just little like mini items, like travel items, and they were all puns. And I saved all of them, and they're fantastic. It was like floss and gum and just a bunch of little things. It was really, really cool.
I like those.
Yeah, that was weird.
I love
stuff
I
like
love
that.
making care packages.
That's fun.
Yeah.
My best friend from high school, Kelly, recently sent me a picture of, I used to love to like ornately address envelopes and put like all kinds of, like I made one of them it looked like a ransom letter. I pulled words from magazines and like used it, and she had saved them.
Aww.
This is like a few months ago. This wasn't that long ago. And she sent me pictures of the envelopes I had sent her when she and I were both away at college. And like it'd be like the remarkable Kelly Robinson, and it was like all these different like beautiful, smart, like all of this different stuff on the envelope, and or like every single letter was a different colored marker or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like if you're gonna send it,
do it.
just do it.
Yeah.
Do it big.
Heckle-jekyll the hell out of that. Is it heckle-jekyll?
It's hurkle-durkle.
Whatever. Potato.
I would hope.
Jerkle.
I would hope that care packages have not gone the way of other things that people don't do any longer, because it's much easier to go on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I mean it's really easy to just send, and it's still thoughtful, but it's really fun to get it yourself and to do the packaging and just make it really, really special.
Yeah. I usually order a gift, send it. I mean, it's so expensive this way, but
Yeah.
and especially since like Amazon's got free shipping. Like I recently bought something anyway, but it was
It
really
is easier
heavy
to do that.
and I had it shipped here. I wrapped it.
Yeah.
I put it back in. I paid
Yeah.
like $54 to
Oh my
ship it.
gosh.
But
I will say it is easier to just go on and be like, here, and it's still very thoughtful. It's but we couldn't do that then.
Yeah.
So
I still like to make my own care packages.
you're awfully good at it because you're very thoughtful.
Thank me.
So what about the rest of you? What is the coolest care package you've ever gotten? Do you like I think we all like getting packages in the mail.
Do we? How do we feel about that?
I do. Especially when I haven't ordered something and you find out it's from somebody else. So my sister was telling me about this facial cleanser that she uses that she really likes.
It's called soap.
So she let me try it. And then like a couple days later, my own tube of it shows up at my house. And she didn't even tell me. She was just like, hey, I got you something. That's cool. Because I knew you'd appreciate it.
I do want to speak one more thing about particularly preposterous packaging.
Yes.
I'm just going to say 2 words. Temu.
Oh, yeah.
I applaud them on reusing these orange boxes that they probably stole from Home Depot, but whatever they save the environment with in packaging, they then kill the environment with tape. You talk about needing a ransom note and a pair of scissors and handcuffs to get into your package.
Well, and everything's individually small packaged too. Everything's in little plastic. But you know what? Team is a little controversial, and
Is it really?
we're
Ooh,
aware of
sorry.
that.
I didn't know
We're
that.
aware that we're selling the Chinese art. our every
Child.
piece of knowledge.
Oh, I went a different way.
But we are Team Temu all the way.
Yeah.
We're
And
very
again,
excited about
Temu, for those of you who don't know, it's if Oriental Trading, Amazon, and Alibaba had a baby and it was slow. That's basically what
it's
it
not
is.
Not really that slow.
It's not. I have not had any problems with it.
Nothing has taken longer than like 10 days to get to my house.
Yeah.
So
And when you're ordering, 100,000 patches,
or a
10 days,
million gibbets
oh Lord, yeah.
and stickers.
Yeah.
My students love Temu because I get to spoil them.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So anyway, yeah, Temu's like a care package. Do you know how you say hurkle-durkle in Ubby Dubby?
Hurkle.
Haberkle, haberkobble, haberkobble, dobberkobble. Haberkobble, dobblecobble, cobble. I'm going to read you a gratitude quote. And
In Ubby Dubby.
of all people, this is by Stephen King. Dun, dun, dun. It's not scary, though. This is a gratitude quote by Stephen King, because we're edgy like that.
We're like Temu and Stephen King
this
edgy.
is about friendship, though.
Oh, this is not about to quote.
Well,
Let's just see. Let's just see what it
Let's
is. We'll
just
take
see.
a vote. This is either about friendship
jury's out.
or gratitude
Or murder.
or the Chinese.
Or hurkle-durkle. Okay. I think that real friendship always makes us feel such sweet gratitude. Because the world almost always seems like a very hard desert, and flowers that grow there seem to grow against such high odds.
I'm sorry, that was the long bumper sticker. Can you read it one more time, please?
Yes.
Leave it to Stephen King to have like
I know, right?
something we need to diagram and
To
have
write a
paragraph
novel.
and carriage returns.
Figure
yeah.
that.
Okay.
I think that real friendship always makes us feel such sweet gratitude, because the world almost always seems like a very hard desert, and the flowers that grow there seem to grow against such high odds. Thank you, Stephen King.
So, friendship.
It's
is
like a
desert.
flower in a hard desert.
I would walk across the desert with flowers in my feet.
Hurkle-durkle.
All right.
I'm gonna start using it like as a cuss word. Hurkle-durkle.
I have a one-syllable word that'll work much better. Anyway. We want to know about your care packages.
Yes.
We want to know what you wear when you hurkle-durkle. And get on our mailing list. So
Yay.
we can drop you notes.
Yeah, we just sent out an email about all of our whereabouts in August because we're going to be all over
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah. Baltimore, Bethesda,
California.
Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
All over.
Until then, I will say be grateful, keep laughing, and stay positive.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Hurkle-durkle!